Alright, what's good, YouTube? We back with another one. Finishing up the All That Papa Blue Find Love. Y'all already know what it is. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe when y'all come in the building too, man.
You ugly motherfucker.
Yes, sir. Anyway, and y'all gonna be seeing something different with my thumbnails. I'm trying to do some analytic things on my channel. And I'm thinking maybe my thumbnails can help get more people in. So I'm about to be changing up my thumbnails soon. But anyway. And somebody asked me like why the two colors on it. I was like, bruh, when I made thumbnails, when I started to make thumbnails, I'm not saying I'm not investing anything into my craft, but I'm trying to do something different from everybody else. Everybody else is probably using the template, big ass words, a lot of graphics, and they got like them, like they'll take a picture of them, remove the background, and then they'll do like heavy effects on them to make their skin look heavy, filtering and thing like that. I'm trying to be different, set myself apart. So this is what I decided to do. You know what I mean?
You ugly motherfucker.
So everybody else is really trying to drive like RP content. I'm not really trying to do it. Maybe I'm passively doing it. I'm just giving my opinion and roasting niggas on the internet for real. So I do things completely different on my channel. So I'm trying to like keep that in mind when I make thumbnails and when I do content, even with my clothing brand. Like it's completely different from what you would see in the world and stuff like that. I'm just a different dude, bro. I do things differently. But anyway, that being said, we back on the pot of balloon to find love. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's bring out our next single lady. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Ash.
Whoa, she is bright. That is a light-skinned woman.
Yeah, you have to read this story.
And I don't even know, she got the elbow gloves. I forgot what type of gloves they call them. They gave them a specific name. She got the elbow gloves. You know, it is what it is. It's cool, but ma'am, you are bright. Your skin is bright. Translucent. She a color, nigga. Team Jacob or Team whatever the other dude's name was from Twilight.
Yeah,
She
you
one
have
of the
to read
vampire
this story.
types. Anyway. Yeah, let's get it.
Ashley, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, and what do you do?
I'm an actress, and I also work in the education department of a theater, and I teach kids musical theater.
Okay, that's fun. What are some things you like to do for fun?
I love to do karaoke. I like to hang out with my friends and my family, and also travel. I've also gotten into pageantry lately, so that's something fun and new.
Okay. And what do you look for in a man?
I'm looking for somebody that's really kind-hearted and somebody who has emotional intelligence as well as emotional availability, and someone who's just like wanting to do things with their life.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. And what are some of your deal breakers?
Smokers, and yes, and if you do drugs, no ma'am. I am also not open to dating someone with children, and if you're easily jealous or controlling or combative, that is a no from me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. So we did get some.
Easily controlling, jealous, or combative. Man, shout out to CGA because he's the one that puts it out there saying good luck to y'all boys, bro. Y'all going on these pot of balloon shows to find love, and y'all are finding Lily the worst of the worst. Not saying she's the worst of the worst. She's cute. She is bright. She is bright. So you gonna need sunglasses when you're dealing with her. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. But like, come on now, talking about okay. You don't want to deal with somebody who has kids. Granted, that's cool. That's a good standard that people without kids should have. Only people, in my opinion, only people who should deal with people with kids are people who already have kids. That's number one. So you don't want to deal with kids. Cool. Two, somebody that's combative. What does combative mean? Does combative mean when I tell you no when you want to do something that's out of pocket, or you coming up against like a boundary of mine? Like what does combative mean? Three, what do you mean by overly jealous? if I don't want you interacting with like certain groups of people or doing like you're already in the music slash acting slash entertainment world. You're gonna be dealing with the entertainment world is nothing more than SEX world. The first level of entertainment world is the SEX. Like the first level of the SEX world is entertainment. You know, that's where like it all kind of just trickles in from. But that's just me in my opinion, you know. But you don't want to deal with smokers, cool. You know what I mean? You don't want to deal with people with kids, cool. But then you talking about somebody who's combative or jealous or something like what are those? Then you say emotional intelligence, like you just all over the place, man. But hey, it is what it is. That's y'all. That's y'all chick. So we gonna see who fall for it. A couple dudes already popped though, but
Some
let's see
pop
what we got.
balloons.
Okay.
Let's go on over there to see why they ended up popping. All right. Your name and age.
Tank, 28.
Okay. And Tank, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I do smoke marijuana from time to time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. So prior to her saying that you did have your balloon unpopped, why so?
You look good. I mean, well educated. I liked everything.
Thank you.
Okay. Now is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, he looks nice.
Nigga, you said you gonna be a future MMA champion. You out here smoking gas, bruh. The first girl came out here. You said you gonna be a future MMA champion.
You have to read
And
this
you out
story.
here smoking gas. Unless they let y'all, shout out to them. If they let y'all smoke gas, shout out to them. If the MMA let y'all smoke gas, bruh. I mean, at this point in the game, in the world of life and shit like that, shout out to MMA. Shout out to MMA. If that's true, I don't know, but shout out to them.
All right. We got two more down over here. Your name and age.
My name is Destin, 27.
And Destin, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I do smoke a little bit, a little marijuana.
Okay. Now, before she said that, why
Bro,
did you
y'all
end up
saying marijuana like that's helping y'all, bro. Y'all are 26 and 27. Okay, nigga, you smoke weed, bro. It is what it is, bro. This is part of the stuff I'm talking about. Everybody, the reason why the world is in chaos.
You have to
Let
read
me
this
just say this real
story.
quick. The reason why the world is in chaos is because people are like, we can no longer fake. Cat Williams kind of said it, like, everything's being exposed. We can't fake like we don't see or we're experiencing what we're experiencing. And that's everything politically, health wise with the poke, everything that's going on in the entertainment world. Like we know what it is. Currently, there's a woman out for Shannon Sharp for $50 million. Evidently, we know that it's a sham. It's a shakedown. She could have went and pressed charges any point in time. I think the girl was dealing with him for quite a few years. Any point in time. And then magically, all of a sudden, when he's due for a big payday, she comes in to scoop $50 million. Like we're living in a world where everything's being exposed. Like there's no everything's being peeled open. So the same with on the show, like if y'all gonna date and be with each other, bro, don't say you smoke a little marijuana from time to time, bro. You smoke weed, bro. Just call it what it is. Dudes don't want to call it what it is, bro. You smoke weed. And this is my biggest problem with people who are Bible thumpers. That's why I come down so hard on Bible thumpers, is because y'all not calling it how it is. Y'all like, there's a book that has specific answers about what's do's and don'ts and how people are to be and act. But when it comes to anything related to the woman in that book, y'all like to glaze it over or gloss over it and make it seem like the man should do over and above. And that's why I've always said to fake Christians, like, show me the Bible verse that says a man is supposed to pay all of a woman's bills, or a man is supposed to provide a woman with a certain type of life. That's not a man's job. Yet everybody on the internet and everybody on the internet and everybody just in life in general is going to go by that sentiment that I have to provide her with a level of stability. I have to provide her with a level of this, that, and the fourth. And it never was intended that way in the book. You know what I mean? And of course it's never intended that way, because how many people can actually do that? And I always use the example of, let's say I'm in rural China. I'm a kid and I'm on a rice farm and I'm a Christian. My whole town believes in Christianity. So I can't get a wife because I can't afford to move her to Shanghai, or I can't afford to do this, that, and the other. No, it don't work like that. But everybody believes it's supposed to work like that, and that's why we have the problems we have. And this is a problem that the church created, and it's not my problem to fix. I'm only the person voicing it. But you can't fake anything no more. So you have to say what it is. You have to be 100% honest. You got to be real with it. Okay, bruh, you smoke weed. Just say you smoke weed, bruh. Talking about I smoke marijuana time to time. No, nigga, I smoke weed. It is what it is. I smoke blunts. I smoke gas, bruh. Just keep it 100. You know what I mean? Everybody want to fake shit, and that's part of the problem. Anyway.
Like the natural look. Like the dress. She looks good.
Thank you.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
I wouldn't say off the top of the cuff. Yes.
Okay, got it. No problem.
Nope.
Let's go over here. Your name and age.
I'm Jerron. I'm 27.
And Jerron, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I smoke a little bit. I do stand-up comedy. Sometimes I gotta smoke to just think sporadically. It's just a part of what I do sometimes. See what I'm saying?
Alrighty.
Okay. Now, is he someone that's your type?
I wouldn't say so. However, I do like this top that you're wearing. This is really nice. Actually, the whole fit. I like the fit.
Okay, it hurts my feelings a little bit.
Someone didn't like it, and someone else liked
I gotta ask, what type of are those Timbs? But okay, you know what I mean. I'm not here to roast people's fits, because anybody can see my fit and want to roast me, but you know what I mean.
it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I just don't know.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's head on back.
Oh,
Ooh, okay,
she
we've
got
got
some.
five
She wide.
guys left. Let me hand you a pick.
It definitely look fat back there.
There you go.
You know what I mean? I can dig
I am
that.
going to have you pop.
She tiny
one
though. She
balloon.
tiny waisted too.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one.
Oh shit. Knew that shit. Damn.
Hey, your name and age.
Why you
Miss
swinging
Govins,
so
I'm 26,
aggressively,
25.
boo? Look at that.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one. Okay, your name and age.
My name is Govins. I'm 26, 25.
25, okay. And Gervins, why was your balloon unpopped?
Well, I like how she looks, and she's an actress and stuff like that. It's cool.
Sounds good. And why'd you end up popping his?
I think you're a little bit too tall for me.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'8".
6'8". Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to you, bro.
That's crazy.
A lot of girls would love that. However, I know I'm tiny.
Yeah, I like a fun size. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I will see no
Well,
problem.
yay, thanks.
I was always thinking like, cause I'm 6'1", I'm almost 6'2", so I always thought it's hard to tell because I don't have the best vision. 1 and 2, you looking at it, I didn't think he'd be 6'8". Damn, my nigga. So I'd probably stand close to like maybe his chin or something like that. Damn, you tall as hell.
You do yoga?
Yes.
Damn, I do yoga too.
Okay, well. I don't do it often.
Hey, we can do it together. Like,
Well, we can't. And 2 more. I'm so sorry.
All right, thank you.
I didn't think he was 6'8". I actually thought he was like 6'3", 6'4". And I thought, I guess I don't know how tall Arlette is, but damn, my man 6'8".
Okay, we've now got 4 guys left. Go ahead and
Okay.
ask them a question.
What is a social cause that you're passionate about and why?
Okay, what is a social cause you're passionate about and why? Name and age first.
My name is Phil. I'm 26. I would say a social cause that I'm passionate about is the wealth gap in my community. It's closed. It's closing, but there's still a lot of work. There's still a lot of improvement, and I believe that we have to do a better job at taking ownership and creating opportunities and infrastructure for ourselves.
That's it.
Your name and age and answer to her question.
Daniel.
That sound good, but we gotta stop killing each
26.
other, bruh. There's too many niggas dying, bruh. Niggas want to make money, but the easiest way to get all that money gone is people dying. We gotta stop shooting and killing each other. That comes first, bruh. Ain't no amount of billions of dollars stimulus. What's that R word? Not what is that R word that like when people get back? Reparations. Ain't no amount of stimulus. Ain't no amount of reparations. Ain't no amount of funding, loans, any of that stuff that's gonna help dudes killing dudes, bruh. Black men killing black men killing black men. Ain't no amount of money that's gonna solve that. That's not an issue you solve with money. That's a moral issue or a class issue, as CGA would put it. I think it's more of a class issue. Shout out to CGA. But that's more of a class issue. Like dudes in the hood are trying to survive. So I get that they're trying to survive, but by any means necessary, they actually take out more and more people, and they're doing more harm long term to everybody, including themselves. But they don't see it that way. They look at it like, I'm surviving day to day. Yes, but you're causing yourself harm tomorrow. You know what I mean? You win today. You solve the issue for today, but you're harming yourself tomorrow. Because now there's not many people moving into those communities. You're stuck there in these communities with no resources. There's no funding. There's no fathers. There's no families. There's no funding, no fathers, no families. Like these communities, the hood is just in shambles. You know what I mean? So we got to stop that first. Then maybe we can focus on getting some money. You can't get money with people who dying. Death is actually 100% counterproductive to making money, but is what
and
it
the
is.
social cause that I would say I'm passionate about is education, specifically for black males, because I am a black male. So just exposure to education, and then actually using that as an outlet to reach out, connect with people, and develop a career. So I'm currently a student, so I understand the importance of education, so I would say I'm passionate about that one.
Okay, great. Your name and age and the answer to her question.
My name is Arthur, 27. I would say the same as far as education, because obviously I'm a school resource officer as well. So I'm very passionate with my kids in the school, so that's it.
All right, sounds good. Name and age and answer to her question.
I'm Tevin, 28. We got to stop the violence, y'all. Like, the
Period.
black on black violence.
Bruh, finally, somebody say that, bro. Somebody says it, bro. You can't educate yourself out of violence, bro. This nigga be cheating, but he said, you know what I mean? He be cheating his ass off. But at least he's right, bro. You cannot educate yourself out of violence. There's no educating yourself out of violence.
You have to read this story.
Period. That is the #1 issue in the black community. Violence. There's no bigger issue. Not anything dealing with women, not anything dealing with guys. It's 100% violence. That is the #1 issue in the black community. As far as weird as that sounds, you know what I mean? Not obesity. Obesity is second to that. Single motherhood is second to that. Divorce and all that second to that. Drugs are second to that. Everything is second to violence.
It's gun violence. The rap music is great, but we just got to stop killing each other, please. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah, shout out to him, bro, because he said some real shit. #1 issue in the community is violence. Period. No other greater issue than that. So shout out to him. At least he put it out there. You know what I mean? So shout out to him.
Me.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Let's head on back and let's kind of throw your question back at you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm very passionate about disability advocacy. I have a brother that has epilepsy, so that's something that's really on my heart. I also volunteer at a Cook Children's. It's a children's hospital, so I love to take after people that are sick and that have disabilities as well. And immigration, women's rights, and I'm very passionate about my black people and making sure they are safe in the community. So yeah.
Okay. So I am now going to have you pop one balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop that balloon.
I could smell it on her. She's a liberal light. So I would pop. Talking about women's issues, stuff like that. It's all stuff that's just, it's leaning one way and it ain't beneficial to me as the man at all. So I would just pop. But
Okay.
Okay. So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
She fine. The sleeves were throwing me off, but I looked past them.
They match my earrings.
Okay, I just never seen it before. It's different. I had to get used to it, but yeah, she fine. Yeah.
Okay, it's giving like Bridgerton vibes.
Oh,
yes.
I love that. I love a period piece. Okay.
And why'd you end up popping his balloon?
I love your answer. However, I would say that initially you are not my type.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's head on back. We've got 3 guys left. Go ahead and ask them another
Yes.
question.
What do you believe is the role of a husband and a wife in a marriage?
Okay, we'll start there and come.
This is another issue with the Pod the Balloon show, and this isn't nothing to do with Arlette, but it's these questions about like roles, responsibilities. It's not like you're making it an interview. It needs to be fun. Like when you first meet a chick, you're having fun. You're just trying to figure out what she likes, what she doesn't like. You're not talking about roles and responsibilities. You're not talking about what you're going to do, I'm going to do. You trying to figure out what she likes. You trying to like kiss on her. You trying to like lay with her. You trying to just see each other smile. All the rest of that like formal stuff, like the important business stuff, you have to do later. Because if you do the important business stuff up front, you're not going to like each other. Because that's when you're going to say one thing and she's going to say another thing, and then you realize, boom, it ain't no match. Versus actually creating the match with love and energy and like having fun and stimulating and like good sex and all that stuff. And then you spring upon, okay, now let's get down to the business contract. You know what I mean? Or let's get down to the nitty gritty. But talking about roles and responsibilities of a husband, and this is where somebody's going to pop, or she's going to pop somebody that could be good for her if they just skip this question altogether. But
Okay.
All right, what do you believe is the role of a husband and a wife?
I believe the husband is a provider, protector. I believe the woman is a nurturer and caring.
Okay.
generic ass. And then another problem is these generic ass answers. Chat GPT ass answer.
What about
But
over
anybody can say that.
Daniel, 26. I believe I'm very traditional. So, growing up, I was fortunate to grow up in a 2-parent household. So, I got to see what marriage looked like. So, I think that helped me understand. For me, I think a husband is the provider, of course, the protector, and he supports his woman in everything that she does. I think a woman is the nurturer, and it balances each other out. I think that a woman can also be leading in some other ways when it comes to organization and different things. But I think a husband fully supports a woman in everything that she decides to do.
Okay.
And what about over here?
I would say the roles of both the husband and wife are about creating structure, and also, you know, it's important to value each other and have someone that's the protector and the nurturer as well. So there's a multitude of things. I don't want to say one specific thing, but I think it's about creating structure and making sure that you support one another and that you're there for each other.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
May I kind of want a little bit elaboration because all 3 answers are a bit the same for me.
Okay.
Can I ask you to put some little pizzazz on that?
Little pizzazz.
Am I able to do that?
Let's have
Okay.
a little pizzazz in there.
Little pizzazz?
Yes.
Okay.
This is why it was a stupid question.
In what way?
Like, what does it mean to be a nurturer to you?
For me to be a nurturer to somebody?
For me to be a nurturer, since you believe that a wife is the nurturing person.
I think a nurturer is somebody who does what they can do in their capacity to make sure that not just the household, but your spouse is taken care of in each endeavor. And I also believe that a nurturer is someone who doesn't just look out for themselves, but also looks out for the community and their family.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Do you have anything specific to ask him, or what? You want to add something,
I mean, just if you want to add on to that.
Add on to just the tradition
yes.
of marriage. So a husband being the leader is paying the bills, and the provider, he's paying the bills. Everything has context. So if we're talking a family, then, you know, a nurturer for a mother would be, you know, making sure that the kids are, you know, going to school or cooking dinner or, because again, I'm traditional, but not to say that those roles are specifically made for her, but that's what, what specifically for most of the time pertain to her. But in a marriage with a family, I would say that the nurture for a mom would be to make sure that her husband feels wanted, making sure that she or he is feeling like the leader by just giving words of affirmation. And yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you.
And over here.
All right. Same question.
Yeah. Pizzazz.
I'm gonna say I don't have nothing else to add to it. I feel like if I do, I'm gonna just say everything everybody else is saying. So
Okay. That's all right.
All right.
You don't have to.
Okay. I am now going to have you pop a balloon.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Thank you.
All right. So why was your balloon unpopped?
So I appreciated everything that she said that she was looking for in a man. So I think that there was no specific reason for me to pop. So I wanted to just continue to hear everything, answer a couple questions, get a little warm, and yeah, that's why I kept it unpopped.
And so why did you end up popping his balloon?
I don't like the word traditionalism when it comes to marriage. I don't mind some things that are traditional. However,
And this is the reason why it was a dumb question. This is the exact reason why. Because now it's like she's trying to keep you to a standard, but she's not like you're not going to keep her to one. I don't like traditional. I like some things about it. Yeah, you like some things that you don't have to do. This is just a dumb question. I would, as soon as she asked this goofy ass question, this is the reason why I said when she asked this stupid question, I would have popped. I would have popped off rip. I told y'all no GP. The moment the female says God fearing or provider, just pop. She's not in it. She's not in it earnestly. She's not in it wholeheartedly. Which I don't care if she's in it or not that way, but I'm not going to be held to a standard, and I'm not going to put a standard on her. And if you want to be traditional and or go by the book, that's what the book instates. You know what I mean? It's not her way is the way. Now she can bully you into getting her way, but I wouldn't allow it. Just me personally, I wouldn't deal with it. But this is what the question led to.
I have some beef when it comes to you want wife to like do the children bearing or children rearing. I think there needs to be equal support.
Exactly. I can't even finish it. It needs to be equal support. Okay, well, go be single, man. Just go be single. If I was the other two goofballs, I'd have popped. These niggas just want to smash her because she got a nice backside to her. And she cute. But now look at it. Like, I don't like traditional. I feel like it needs to be equal. Okay, does paying the bills need to be equal? Or is that just something that I got to do? See what I'm saying? Now, when it come to paying bills, that don't need to be equal. When it come to cutting grass, that don't need to be equal. When it come to keeping an intruder out of our home or making sure we good financially, that ain't equal. But when it come to raising these kids, that needs to be equal. No, it don't. No, it do not.
When it comes to all of that and cooking and cleaning, and it shouldn't just fully fall on the wife. I would like some equal support there. That may not be like all what you were thinking. However, when you say traditional, that is immediately just everything that comes into my mind.
I 100% agree. I'll articulate that better next time.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, we've got 2 guys left. Guys, any questions for our girl? Oh, he's ready. Okay. Let's hear it.
Just where do you live?
I live in Texas.
Okay.
Where do you live?
I live in Florida, Orlando.
Okay.
Do you mind long distance?
I don't mind long distance. However, when it comes to long distance, I think there needs to be a timeline of when people would be wanting to like move to wherever. And
She's too much of a boss. Well, that's fine. She can be a boss, but I mean, hey, at least I called it out. I see it right off rip.
don't see myself ever wanting to go to Florida.
Now she gonna make you uproot your career and just as a cop. You probably on pace to become a detective or do something else in that. I don't know what all they got going. But she gonna make you uproot that just to move to Texas for her.
Okay. What's wrong with Florida?
I don't know. I've never been there.
And the worst part about it, she ain't even been to Florida. Just a silly ass broad. Silly ass girl.
I don't function well in the heat.
Out of Texas.
Yes, I know.
And Texas is probably more hot than Florida. Florida at least gets wind. You know what I mean?
Oh, and I don't function well in Texas. So, yes, I used to live in Chicago for a while, and then I recently moved back to Texas. So I was like, oh, I'm melting.
Okay.
But yes.
Gotcha. I appreciate you.
So why'd you have your balloon unpopped for quite some time?
She's a good-looking lady. Everything was going good. So other than location, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, is he someone that's your type?
I would say you're in between not my type and my type.
Okay. Why? Why is he in between?
I don't. I think maybe the stature. Yeah.
The stature's the bad thing or it's the good thing?
It's not a bad thing.
Okay.
It's just like, I don't know, maybe you're too tall for me too.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, let's head over here. Okay. So now, is he someone that's your type?
I will say no.
Okay. All right. And why not?
It's not the height. I think maybe the hair, the facial hair, I'm not feeling it.
That's cool.
Yes.
So are you popping his?
I am. Can I? Thank you.
All right. So why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
I just wanted to hear out more. She spoke well for herself, and she seems to be intentional with how she goes about herself.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She may come off as intentional, but she's not coming off as accurate. There's Lil Wayne always said, be good or be good at it. So you ain't gotta be a good boy, but if you're gonna do something wrong, you better be good at it to get away from it. So that's clearly how she is. She may be intentional about what she wants and she's going for what she wants, but she's not accurate in that's what should be. She's not accurate in the sense that that's what she gonna get. She's not accurate in the sense of that's just available to her. She may think it is, but she's not accurate in that sense. But hey, I'm not putting meat inside of her, so I don't care. I'm just putting it out there. So it is what it
Pop,
is.
unfortunately.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for her, guys.
I mean, shout out to her.
Yes.
Thank you.
I will put this.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm getting ready to hop up off this. That was another Pot of Balloon of Fine Love. We're gonna be back on it with another chick. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe too, man.